Welcome to the spectrum of GoPro. Now let's get gnarly. When you get your GoPro Hero 9 or GoPro Hero 8 or 7, just go ahead and turn on the GoPro. And while that is going to be turning on, make sure that you have the GoPro app downloaded. While you have the GoPro app downloaded, on your GoPro, scroll from top to bottom, which on the GoPro Hero 9 it will show automatically, then swipe. This might be different on the GoPro Hero 8. You might have to just scroll down and you just see preferences right there, but on the GoPro Hero 9, you have to scroll from top to bottom and then you have to slide towards preferences. But instead, you would go to connection. So for GoPro Hero 8 users, go to preferences, then go to connection, then go to connect device, GoPro app. So now it will show this screen. I can't read it because it's backwards, but it will be saying something like that. So you would have to install the GoPro app. So I'll go ahead and plop on. There we go. You can see my screen right around here. This entire side is full of my screen. And we're going to click on this button right here if I am for sure correct. And that's going to lead us towards the cameras. With the cameras, then you would have to tap add a camera. While we add the camera, it's going to say searching. Make sure that you have Bluetooth turned on and Wi-Fi turned on your GoPro Hero 9, Hero 8, or similar. It should just automatically detect it. However, if you have the older GoPros, you would have to go through the Wi-Fi process. So right here, it says, we found your GoPro Hero 9. It doesn't show any status yet, but it says, we found your GoPro Hero 9. Let's get started and connect your GoPro to your iPhone. Go ahead and click on connect camera. Okay, it just had done a beep saying that the connection was successful, which just went away. And now I can change my camera name. So I'll just put that as Hero 9 Black for now and save as the new name. But the name doesn't really have to matter. It's just for if you are a company who has way too many GoPros. And now for the camera update, it's going to be something similar to that. Basically, to update your camera, it's going to show on your phone that it needs to update. And after that, you would have to download it on your phone from your cellular or Wi-Fi. And after that, you would basically transmit it towards the GoPro itself. This works on the GoPro Hero 7, Hero 8, and Hero 9. So right here, we will just click on update camera. Now it's just connecting to the GoPro Hero 9. Oh, looks like I actually have to update it. Let's go ahead and actually read it. I want to read it. Update version 1.5 improved and it showed a vertical line or divided image exposure. Improvements towards a quick capture reliability. Power on reliability. Ooh. So let's go ahead and update it. Let's do accept and continue. It's now searching for the camera. Now it says GoPro wants to join Wi-Fi network GoPro Hero 9. Go ahead and join it. You gotta join the Wi-Fi even though it's connected with Bluetooth. Now this is the most coolest part that I've been talking about. It's called transferring files to your camera. Basically your phone will download from the GoPro app is the update. Then after it downloads the update, it transmits it towards its Wi-Fi, also known as uploading it with its upload speed, which is it's actually pretty rapid. As it's loading, it will show up as loading. And it's, yeah, you can see it's rapid on my phone, 27%, and we're continuing going on. And it says at the very bottom, don't leave the app. Your GoPro will power off and on in a few times. When the update is complete, your camera screen will return to normal. That's totally normal when you update your camera and get it all set up. Now let's move on to the GoPro accessories. That update was quite exciting to say, but okay, so now let's jump into the GoPro settings. I actually have my fan turned on because the GoPro Hero 9 had been doing tons of glitches and then it's actually really warm towards the touch. So these are the settings. This is what I have. They are just set. There are new settings, not the ones that actually come with the actual GoPro itself. I put the resolution as 1080p, but oftentimes I like it to put it on 5K because you can get better resolution, or at least 4K. But I keep it at 1080p so then it won't just overheat like on me right now for some reason. I don't know why. But then the frames per second with 1080p though, it goes all the way up towards 240 frames per second for the buttery smooth shots. But I just keep it on 30 frames per second. For 5K, for 5K and 4K, it's only really around like 24 to 30 frames per second, so it's not that bad. However, it would be nice if they have 60 frames per second or at least 120. But I don't know if this thing is going to let the GoPro crash, because I previously did not have issues with the GoPro Hero 9, but now I do. It's strange. Hyper smooth, I just have it on. For lens, you have super view, wide, linear, and horizon leveling if you have the GoPro Hero 9, and narrow. I have hyper smooth on, just like what I said, and then there also is a boost feature, and there's also high. So basically for hyper smooth, they crop in a little, and then the GoPro software or system in the GoPro itself, it would actually be the one that's managing how stable it can be, which is pretty impressive. The duration is like how long you would want it to go. It can go over an hour, over 30 minutes, not like the issues that you usually see on the Canon cameras or like those Panasonic, Sony, blah, 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 like some of those camera manufacturers. There is a Hindsight feature, which I will make a future video about, so if you're new to this channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. I'm talking about all things GoPro all the way, like 3 months. I'm gonna go GoPro stuff all the way with a couple of creators, which is pretty amazing. Scheduled capture, that's actually my favorite, and I use it for my time-lapse. Basically with scheduled capture, you can, actually let's go through it right now. Let's just turn it on. And it shows set start time. I can put it from anywhere from 1 o'clock to anywhere from 11 p.m., which is 23 or 00. So basically at that time, it's going to start it. However, on time lapses, you can basically have the start and the end time with it, which is pretty awesome with its own, I think it's time warp. Yeah, time warp is pretty cool. Right here, there's timer. So this is like how many seconds until you want to actually record. I don't have this on because I like to go and record pretty rapidly. The shortcuts here that I have for trail is on the lower left, I have it as my lens. The lower right as zoom. The upper left is slow-mo. Upper right has hyper smooth boost. And you can also reset the shortcuts to go away towards its original finding. Now this is the standard that I have that I slightly modified. My resolution is at 1080, my frames per second is at 30, my lens is on super view, hyper smooth is turned off, however I would like it to turn on right now, there we go. For my duration, there's no limit, Hindsight off, and in my shortcuts I got my lower left as lens, lower right as zoom, upper left slow-mo, upper right as hyper smooth boost. So those are just a couple of settings, however put it onto your own preference. The GoPro accessories for the GoPro Hero 9 is slightly different than the GoPro Hero 8 and 7, and you can go ahead and check out my lifespan of these GoPro accessories. However, there are some pretty cool GoPro accessories that came with this bundle. Here they are. And here we got is the GoPro Floaty. It's a new version. I'm gonna compare this later on. It's some GoPro mounts. This is magnetic. Then we have is 2 GoPro batteries. So right here we have is the main GoPro Hero 9 Black. We have some extra GoPro mount. Most reviewers, they will usually throw this away, but I don't usually throw this away because they usually complain about that there's no divider, but you have a divider right here. So if you get the bundle, don't just throw it away. But if you have is just the Hero 9 version but not the bundle, then that makes sense to throw extra paper in there. It also does come with a free SD card, 32 gigabytes. So right here is the USB-C new charger, GoPro Hero 9 Black. There is this feature called the GoPro Offload, which basically uses the Wi-Fi feature on the GoPro Hero 9 to actually upload it towards your Wi-Fi, so then you can just download it from your computer and make it like an Apple AirDrop, which is pretty awesome. So after I put in my Wi-Fi password, now it's connecting, so then the GoPro Hero 9 can start uploading for auto upload. Again, this only works if you have a GoPro subscription. Now it says auto upload is on. Your footage will be uploaded to the cloud when your GoPro Hero 9 Black is plugged in and fully charged. Originals remain on the camera. It's basically like another copy. So I click on got it. And again, we just go ahead and plug this inside on the GoPro. You do have to set the Wi-Fi through. And now I just plugged it in. And we'll just see if it's gonna upload it towards the cloud. Yes! Yes! There it is. It's uploading to the cloud. This is my favorite feature on the GoPro Hero 9. is that you're able to actually upload to is the cloud. And when you're able to upload to the cloud, basically I don't have to struggle towards saving them that much. But we're gonna see if it does put that on true 5K or either 4K. I know that on YouTube there are some files that's in true 5K. So I'm gonna actually have a link towards the description down below of the true 5K file, because this is compressed down to 4K just for YouTube means. But yeah, down in the description down below there will be an unlisted video of a video that I just shot on the GoPro Hero 9 of a test while that's uploading towards the offload feature, which is pretty awesome. Now in the GoPro app, I have one of my files from Lake Tahoe of a time lapse that is 17 seconds long. Now I can take is a frame from it by tapping on the button in between the pencil and this thing that shows the clapper with the plus sign. So if I click on that, I can scroll anywhere in the video to get a screenshot. So if I wanted this screenshot, actually let's get the screenshot where, yeah, there you go, with some beautiful patterns in the air. Now you can save it towards the app, but then there's save to photos. So I would save it to photos actually. Now it's saved, there we go. Now there is this thing called highlights, which will just mark the best shots. So in here you can see that there is an orange tag on there. However, if I can remove it, I don't really know how, but I think I can. Yeah, I can remove it. It's just that it won't let me. Is that if there's specific spots in your footage, then you can just put the highlight, and then if I scroll all the way back, you can see these two little tiny dots. That's a width is the footage. So you can just scroll all the way towards that where you can mark it. You can do the same thing with the GoPro Hero 9. You just tap is the side where it shows mode, and then that's gonna highlight your video of what could be the best part, so then you can check back later. Now here where you see the pencil, that's for you're able to modify the clip, like how long you want it to be. The frame, like if you want to change up the frame or like the angle of it, you're able to change it. And then you're able to rotate it, you're able to flip it, you're able to flip it the other way too, and you can put it into 16:9 and all of these other ratios. There are filters in the GoPro app too. There's thin, keel. I don't really use all of these, however they look pretty epic. With the speed, you can speed it up if you want to. I'm new to this, so yeah, I don't know how to speed this thing up. However, I think it's already sped up because it's a time lapse. So, but however, if it's a video, then you're able to move it back and forth to adjust the speed. Now it says here adjust. You're able to put it on automatic, exposure, contrast, all of those settings. That Peter McKinnon might be like, some coffee, which I can't drink coffee. So, now there are stickers on here. There is a logo and there is a speedometer on it. Right now it's set towards 0. Just tap on again and it's gonna no longer show it. And then you can show is your terrain also. I think you can actually just keep on tapping on it, and then it's gonna keep on showing it there, and then you can just click on resets. And then there also is a path, which is pretty cool because this is the GoPro Hero 9, and I actually never knew about this until I actually had to search it up, because I go into the mountain biking world and most of those charts are actually what you want. So if I put my elevation here, you can see that I was about 7,764-ish as my elevation as an estimate. 7,720 was the estimate because I was juggling around the camera. And then you can also see is the speed chart, which is pretty crazy and is amazing, especially if you're going to go on a you can use it as a dash cam, and then you can check over it, you can highlight it, save it, and then put on a speedometer, and then that will actually be pretty cool to actually have. And while we're actually waiting for the auto upload to see if it will work, I can feel that my GoPro Hero 9 is actually heating up, and for the first file, it's actually processing pretty well. Now, to share these GoPro media content, you can just click on this up arrow and it will show share media. And when you share the media, you can put it on Instagram Facebook, so we'll just go ahead and open up Instagram. You can see that we'll say that you can add it towards your Instagram feed or your Instagram story. We're going to X out of that. And then the other options, you can put it on YouTube, title, created with the GoPro, all of that stuff. And then you can also even put it on Facebook, which is pretty simple. You can also get a shareable link. With a shareable link, only media share. So that means people probably with the only app, which is the GoPro app, are able to see it. And another way to simply just share is just like what I said, save to your photos, and then after that, go ahead and post it on wherever you're planning to, or just send it as a message towards a friend or a relative, which is awesome. Because I remember when I got the GoPro Hero 9 or like the other GoPros, and I was like, look at this epic shot from just traveling towards something with like a family vacation, you know. Basically something similar towards that. And then I would just download it. I'm like, look at this, plop, like 20 megapixels. Like, look at how amazing this is. That's usually why sharing is pretty amazing, and sharing is caring. But yeah. Now on the GoPro Hero 9, if you hadn't even known yet, because this is the beginner's guide, you just get. So this right here is the GoPro Hero 9, and it's basically still sending in is the GoPro footage, but this is actually not a lens. It's actually a lens protector, however, it's still a lens. So all what you have to do to really do it is twist by putting your fingers on top and bottom, and keep on twisting until right there. And then you can see that it's something like a lens cover, which is amazing because I banged it a bit. I banged it a bit. Oh, look at that. There we go. One of the footage just went on. 5 out of 7. That's pretty cool. But you can see here from the GoPro lens cover that I actually scratched it a little bit. However, these are a little bit pricey, especially the GoPro Max mod. So make sure that you take care of these lens covers, especially on the GoPro Hero 9. So now here on the GoPro Hero 9, you can actually see how the twisting works. So there are these 2 brackets that you would usually see in your braces or in your mouth. Basically, those 2 brace pieces, yep, those are usually in braces. Basically, you just put it on a diamond shape to put it back, and then you just wait for the tension to go like, I'm ready to go back. Just right there, and now you just keep on pressing down, and now it's back on. And then again, just to do it again, it's pretty secure with those brace things. Basically, you just go like this. I'm not gonna do it again because it's quite hard. So you just go from the corners, from the top left towards the bottom right, and then you just twist it, and it will go loose for you, which is awesome. Because if you have kids, I know many parents are watching this, but if you have his kids, basically, they can break this a whole lot. I know from Seamless Productions, from the recent analyzation, that they actually broke the lens on one of their GoPros, but they can just twist it off and just plop in a new one. So now the GoPro Hero 9 actually is done uploading the 5K footage, but is it really gonna be 5K, which is what we're gonna figure out. We're gonna load it up. Look at that, look at that. It's still loading in circles, so I might have to actually process, so we're gonna give it some time. So in order to charge your GoPro Hero 9, you just need a USB-C cable or a USB-C adapter, so then you can charge it. Then you just plug in the USB-C towards here, and then you can also get is an adapter to actually just charge these big blue batteries, which will be much more easier. However, this way is actually pretty much more epic because then the footage that you have on your GoPro Hero 9 can be uploaded, then you can just save it towards your SD card later on. That you're able to actually remove the battery. Let's just power this off first. But in order to just remove the battery, you have to remove is the back door or the door. So this where you see on the side, that's you just open that up, and there you go, and just slide out the battery. You go and slide the battery in if you don't want it, which will make it not waterproof, because this GoPro Hero 9 is up towards 33 feet, and anywhere above or no, anywhere below 33 feet, it will start to damage the GoPro because of the denser conditions. But with the GoPro Hero 9 right here, there's also is the USB-C charge on the GoPro Hero 9 itself. So this is a USB-C, you can't really see it, but there's a USB-C right there. The SD card will be right around here, and this is the battery. You're able to pull out the battery and then add in the battery back in, as usual, you know. And right here, it's actually not a door or anything on the GoPro Hero 9. So right where you see is the mode button. We're gonna actually get in some more light. Right here where you see the GoPro Hero 9, this is actually, right here, this is actually not a door or anything. It's an underwater microphone, so then anything that has, like if you're going into a pool, basically the water will come in and then it will just drip it and drain it right away, which is much better than the previous GoPro generations where it was just muffled. But these are one of the mounts on the GoPro Hero 9. So all what you have to really do is just unfold the GoPro Hero 9, as you can see. And after it's being unfolded, whoa, come on. So after it's unfolded right there, you just put it in between the two dots. Just slide it in there. And while it's slided in there, then that's when you put on is... This is a test on the GoPro Hero 9 on 5K 30 wide. It does seem a little bit choppy from my end on the front screen. However, this is the offload mode. And let's see if it's actually true 5K. Is it true 5K? I know it's going to be downgraded to you on YouTube on 4K. Let's test it out. This is a video test on the GoPro Hero 9 through its GoPro Auto Load of the offload at no, it's not 1080p. It's at 2.7K at 60 frames per second. This is a test on the GoPro Hero 9 on 1080p 30 frames per second on my own trail setting. Affiliate links will be linked down in the description down below of what's mostly covered in this video. Now check out this video to see what you can do with the GoPro Hero 9 in low light. And this does not even have to be the GoPro Hero 9 because it's also a comparison video. So go ahead and check out the GoPro Hero 9 in low light. And check out this playlist right here to learn more about the GoPro Hero 9 towards your full advantage, and even towards starting a channel with just as simple as having a GoPro on hand. Now I'm Reagan from ReaganVFilms Tech. Now shaka and mahalo. I'll see you.